Hey, what's going on, y'all? This Battle Music by Omari back at you with another video. Hope everybody's doing well in this pandemic we got going on, staying safe, staying clean from this coronavirus, and yeah, definitely be careful out there. So Viz just dropped volume 58 of Dragon Ball Super, and for the sake of time, I didn't use every scan from the manga, so feel free to pause the video at any time to read the panels. And it's going pretty good. I try to keep up with what's going on in Dragon Ball. Granted, I haven't read every manga that's came out since the anime has ended, because the manga just always seemed to be its own thing. You know, Toyotaro's take on the main script that Toriyama wrote. So I never really paid much attention to the manga, even though I do think there's a lot better situations in the manga than there is in the anime. I think more thought went into the manga because, you know, Toyotaro has more care for the Dragon Ball universe than Toy does at this point. And they're still taking care of the prisoners that escaped or whatever around the planet. And Goku shows up to take on one of Maro's minions. I mean, he came to take on Maro, but one of his minions is there, and I'm just a little disappointed that Goku had to go Super Saiyan Blue to fight the guy. Like, dang, stop overusing it. I mean, it's just the fact that so many different forms are in Super that it's just no point in using anything else but Blue, because Blue is the new Super Saiyan 1. So I guess that's why it's constantly being used for everything. I mean, at this point in the game, Goku should be taking out people in his in Super Saiyan 1 base form, to be honest. Like, they're just so amped up to make all these other forms used in being used, that it makes everything else obsolete, and it's not really showing improvement for Goku. That's why I like GT so much, because he handled a lot of his business in base form. That shows how far he's come in his training, how stronger he got. But yeah, the guy keeps getting amped up by Moro. He has this ability where he can just give, I guess he's giving ki to people. He can do that to get them stronger. And yeah, now apparently Goku can use Ultra Instinct Sign. It's called Ultra Instinct Sign now instead of Omen. I don't even remember where Omen came from. I think that was a fandom thing that y'all made up, but it's officially called Ultra Instinct Sign. And he can use that at will now, it seems like. And to be honest, who cares? Like, who cares? It's a filter. It's like an in between. You know, it's just, it's not like he's gonna be able to beat him with it. It's just gonna get filtered out, and then master UI is gonna come in. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's my issue. It's just there's so many transformations, so many convoluted transformations in Super, that the previous ones just don't really matter anymore. So he can use Sign by itself, and my prediction is he's going to take on Moro. Moro's going to beat his ass. UI is going to do a bunch of aerobics, and, you know, Moro's going to beat his ass. That's just the way I see it happening. And another thing, I'm getting a lot of King Piccolo vibes from Moro. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But he reminds me a lot of King Piccolo. Just his whole attitude, the way he has these powerful guys willing to die for him. I definitely get those King Piccolo vibes from him. You know, Moro seems to be a legit villain in the Dragon Ball universe. Zamasu's there, but he's he's just not even memorable to be honest. Moro seems to be an official villain stamp in the Dragon Ball universe, and the first real villain of Dragon Ball Super for me. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm not really hyped about Goku going UI on his own. It just, so what? It's just the form has no substance to it at all. The way he got it was stupid. It's just stupid. It's a stupid form. I'm just being honest. It's a dumb form. So we'll see how it turns out. No imagination has gone into it. No creativity. It's just a new Kaioken. That's the way I see it. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what y'all think about the new manga. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. Shouts out to Dan Hudson for sending it to me on Instagram. So yeah, let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you on the next video. All right.